Today we're going to be talking about the fights to make after UFC Vegas 102. So this was a pretty decent card, not the best, not the worst. Kind of what you'd expect from a UFC Apex card. But without further ado, let's get into all the fights that happened and who every person on the card should be fighting next. Alright, fight number 1, Julia Avila versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Cavalcanti just kind of pieced her up the entire round, the entire fight. She kind of wasn't able to pour it on a ton and get that finish that she wanted, but pretty decent fight, pretty dominant win for Jacqueline. So we're going to be giving her Raquel Pennington. Yes, this is a massive step up. I fully understand that. But honestly, this division fucking sucks. So, yeah, we have a possible prospect who seems like she's pretty decent. Let's give her a big jump up, see what she can do up at the top. And then on the other side, Julia Avila retired. That's kind of all there is to say about that. All right, fight number 2, Walter Walker versus Dontel Mays. So, for this fight, it was really fast. One round. Walter Walker got a knee bar. Pretty impressive. There's been 5 knee bar submissions in heavyweight history, and Walter Walker's done 2 of them, and Dontel Mays has been knee barred twice. So yeah, this guy fucking sucks. Terrible, terrible fighter. Kick him out of the UFC. Get him out of here. I don't want to ever see this fucking loser again in professional MMA. It's fucking ridiculous that Francis Ngannou and Renan Ferreira and Phil DeFries and Vadim Nemkov are all outside of the UFC. And then you get fucking Dontel Mays ranked. Like, actually makes no sense to me. Either way, I digress. He's gone. Give him to the LFA. And then on Walter Walker's side, he's ranked now, somehow. So we're going to be moving him up slightly in the rankings against Waldo Cortez Acosta. This guy's also a bum. He's probably going to get knee barred again, I guess. I don't really know. This guy's shit. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. Alright, fight number 3 was Vince Morales versus Gilbert Smith. This fight was pretty fun to watch. The first and third rounds were um, pretty dominant for Gilbert Smith. Elijah Smith. Gilbert Smith's dad. For Elijah Smith, it kind of just pieced Vince Morales up. But in the second round, Morales had him in a choke, almost had him out of there. Pretty good fight. A lot of ebbs and flows, I don't know. Kind of just yapping here. Either way, right? We're going to give Elijah Smith Daniel Willie Cat Santos. This guy's a bit of a step up. He's one of those shootbox guys. This should be a pretty fun fight. Yeah. And then for Vince Morales, we're giving him Rinya Nakamura. Because Rinya needs a step down after he got his ass kicked by fucking Muin Gafarov. And Vince Morales probably isn't getting done any favors by the UFC. So I think that this is going to be the most likely fight for those two. Alright, on to fight number 4. Gabriel Bonfim versus Chaos Williams. Fuck, bro. I just did Chaos Williams versus Chaos Williams. Holy shit. Alright, man. I'm tripping. We're giving Chaos Williams, who should he fight? Alright, I'll come back to that one, right? On Gabriel Bonfim, he's going to be fighting Renat Fakhretdinov. This was going to happen. Renat pulled out. He should be decent by the time Gabriel's ready to come back. And winner of this gets a ranked opponent. And then on Chaos's side, let's give him the winner of Carlos Leal versus Alex Morono. So yeah, cool. That's what he's going to do. Great. Alright, fight number 5. Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar. So this fight, I honestly think Jesus Aguilar is the better fighter. He just has the fucking fight IQ of a fucking toddler. Bro jumped guillotine like 10 times. It was really upsetting to watch because I picked him to win. and he almost had him out of there in the third round, and then this fucking idiot pulled guillotine again. So I don't fucking know what to do with this guy. So we're giving him Azat Maxim, Kazakhstani fraud. Both of these guys desperately need a win to keep on moving up in the flyweight division. So I feel like that's the pretty clear fight to make for those two. And then on the other side, Rafael Estevam just got his second win in the UFC. Somehow this guy's 13-0. I don't understand it because he's kind of a bum. But we're gonna be giving him Cody Durden. They're both kind of like just outside of the rankings. I feel like winner of this maybe needs one or two more to get like that top 10 ranked fight. So yeah, that's what I have to say about this one. Fight number 6, Angela Hill versus Ketlin Souza. So I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch this fight. It was a split decision. Angela Hill finally won her split decision. Cool, good for her, I guess. Um, the only person in the top 15 who she hasn't fought, who's not booked, is Amanda Hebus. So naturally, we're just gonna be booking that one. Makes the most sense. And then on the other side, we got Ketlin Souza versus Karolina Kovalkiewicz. Um, I don't know. She was not booked. She's coming off a loss. So yeah, seems like it's a decent enough fight to make. All right, fight number 7. Sorry, I'm going through a little bit of the shit ones pretty fast, but I don't really know what else there is to say about them. This, however, was pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm a big Jose Delgado fan, because of his performance on the Contender Series. So it was nice to see him get a knockout. He did get controlled on the ground a little bit before he got back up and knocked Matthews out, but it wasn't anything too surprising. Um, Jose Delgado, we're giving him Weston Wilson. Kind of just got another highlight finish for the guy. If he loses this, he's a fraud. So this is kind of one of those fights where he just gotta win it, gotta get a performance bonus, and then keep on moving on. And then Connor Matthews, you're going to the LFA, buddy. Bye bye. You're 0-2 in the UFC. You ain't making the cut, kid. Get out of here. All right, fight number 8, Hidalgo Vieira versus Andre Petroski. Um, this was a pretty close fight. I personally thought Hidalgo Vieira did enough to win, but honestly, it's not that deep. Neither of these guys are ever gonna get a title shot, so I don't really care that much, to be honest. I think Hidalgo Vieira versus Gerald Meerschaert would be pretty fun because they're both like big jiu-jitsu guys. Should just end up being a sloppy kickboxing match, which could be decently fun. And then on the other side, we're giving Andre Petroski Park Jun Young. This is one of those fights where both of those guys have like not the prettiest looking records, but they're both like 8-2 in the UFC or some shit. So I feel like both these guys are getting pretty close to being ranked at this point, honestly. And this just kind of seems like the right fight to make for the two of them. So yeah. All right, fight number 9, Ismail Bonfim versus Nazim Sadikov. This one kind of pissed me off, I can't lie, because I thought Ismail Bonfim was going to win. And he was winning for most of the first round. Then Nazim fucking fluked a spinning wheel kick on his nose and broke it. And the fight got stopped somehow. So Nazim is yet to get a legit win in the UFC yet again. This guy keeps getting fucking doctor stoppages. And I do not count Terrence McKinney as a legit win because that guy has no gas tank whatsoever. So yeah, Nazim kind of fluked this shit, to be honest. We're going to be giving him Michael Johnson. I think this will be a fun fight. I think that both guys have a decent shot at winning. And honestly, this fight will put either one of them like 1 or 2 fights away from being ranked, which is crazy to say about Michael Johnson, but that's how I see it. And then on the other side, Ismail Bonfim should be fighting Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden just got injured. Ismail Bonfim just broke his nose. Let these guys recover a bit. Fight in like June, July. Book it. All right, next one. Fight number 10. Edmund Shabazian versus Dylan Budka. Edmund just knocked this kid's ass out in like a minute and a half. It's nothing too shocking. Budka's a fucking bum. He's going back to the LFA. Yeah, this guy should not be in the UFC. He's only 25. He's got some room to grow, but bye bye for now, buddy. Anyways, Evan Shabazian looked pretty decent. He still doesn't really have any ground game, but it was enough to beat Budka. We're gonna be bumping him up a bit, having him fighting Caesar Almeida. These are Budka's two fathers. Caesar Almeida is another really good striker who probably will not shoot a takedown on Edmund Shabazian. So this will be just like a good way to diagnose how good of a striker Shabazian still is, and kind of have a fun fight on the feet where Edmund could potentially win it. So yeah, that's what I got there. All right, fight number 11, Calvin Kattar versus Yusuf Zalal. This one was a bit of a shit show. Zalal was just kind of running away like a little coward. Not the best look in my opinion. Um, we're gonna be giving Yusuf Zalal Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia, his opponent Edson Barboza just pulled out, so he's probably good to come back on the sooner side. And Zalal didn't take too much damage, so yeah, I feel like this will be a good fight to make. Zalal doesn't really deserve any like big steps up or like any big names to be honest, because of the way he fought. So I feel like Steve Garcia is pretty fitting because he's like right outside of the rankings. Zalal will be ranked like top 11, top 12. So yeah, I feel like that's a good one to make. And then on the other side, we're giving Calvin Kattar, Alex Caceres. Both these guys have been on a bit of losing streaks. So yeah, one of them will get a chance to rebound. Probably will be Calvin. But he's been a pretty good UFC company man, so he kind of deserves that in my opinion. You could give him Sean Woodson as well, but I like this one a little more. All right, and fight number 12, Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodriguez. This was a pretty sick fight. Gregory had him almost out of there in the first round. Cannonier probably took the second. And then it looked like Gregory was going to finish him in the third round. And then Cannonier got an elbow in the clinch, almost knocked him out. Rodriguez got saved by the fucking bell. And then came back and then just got knocked out. So, pretty fun fight. One of the best fights of the year so far, in my opinion. I would say like top 5. I don't know. Probably at the end of March, I'll do like a top 10 fights of the year, top 10 knockouts of the year, all that shit for the year so far. So yeah, look forward to that. Anyways, we're going to be giving Jared Cannonier Sean Strickland. I say we run this rematch. Seems like kind of the right thing to do in my opinion because Cannonier beat him in the first and he's coming off a win and Strickland is ranked higher but coming off a loss. So I feel like it benefits both of them if that makes any sense. Yeah, I feel like it just seems like the right one to do. And then on the other side, we got Shara Bullet versus Gregory Rodriguez. Both these guys are coming off a loss, and this one just gonna be guaranteed action, guaranteed fireworks. So yeah, all right, those are my picks for this week. Sorry if this is a little rushed. This card wasn't that great, so I honestly just don't give that much of a shit about it. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I'll be coming out with picks for next week's card, which seems to be much better. As soon as I can, and then yeah, once I'm done with midterms, I'll get creating more interesting videos as well. Maybe some more top 100 lists. I don't really know yet. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Peace out.